So, Jack, where are we going?
Well, I want to learn more about Melissa and the fact that it's a new department, I believe.
It's a brand new department. A bid management team headed by Melissa Marais. Yeah. She's joined us to lead the strategy, execute the strategy, and make, I was going to say something, it was unprofessional, and help us grow.
You put so much pressure on me.
Welcome to ESP. Yeah. We'll take you out of your comfort zone.
Yeah, definitely. But
So
it's good.
let's start, Melissa, in asking a little bit about you. So when did you start with us at ESP? Tell everyone who's listening, when did you start at ESP?
The 1st of October.
Was it the 1st of October?
Yeah, I think.
My God.
We interviewed beginning September or
You've
end
achieved
of
a
August.
lot in 3.5 months, haven't you?
Yeah. So I don't think I've slept very well.
You've done an awful lot in 3.5 months.
I hit the floor running, yeah, definitely, because there was nothing. So it's starting right from the beginning, building everything.
It was from nothing. We literally did not have a department. It's purely an idea, and we needed to find somebody that was appropriate to come in and lead it and head it. And you were interviewed, and you were one of, how many did I interview for that role? My God. I think I interviewed 32 people.
What?
I think
people?
I interviewed 32 people for the role, and you weren't even on the original list.
No, I got a random phone call.
And our new commercial manager for the East Midlands, who used to be my recruitment consultant, said, I found somebody who I think could be appropriate. And I said, Joe, I've got 31 interviews. It's a bit late in the day, just please include her. Yeah. And then you end up getting the job.
Oh, no, I didn't expect it. When we did the interview, I think you mentioned that you were interviewing loads of people, and you mentioned a few names, and I just thought, no, okay, yes.
I'm starting to remember now as we discuss it, and it was probably the strongest cohort of candidates for a role I've interviewed for at ESP.
I know.
I mean, there were some tremendous candidates.
Yeah, the names you mentioned, I immediately left that and just went, I don't think I'm getting this.
A lot from industry,
So I tried to lower my expectations. It was brilliant. We got a phone call then, literally 3 days later, Andrew would like to come down and have a coffee with you, and I thought, oh fuck.
Yeah, I travelled up to...
I'm going to have to do this again just to be knocked down again.
In fact, I travelled up to Stockton on Tees.
I was late.
Met you at a Costa Coffee. Not only was she late, she went to the wrong Costa Coffee.
I was sat in the wrong Costa Coffee. I didn't know the one
he
had exists.
Making an impression.
I know. I called Joe and I was like, Joe, you've sent either me or Andrew to the wrong place here. I don't know where he is. And she was like, oh, in a fluster. And then I called you. I'm like, I know where you are now. I'm on my way.
You did, yeah. But it was. I think I said to you, didn't I, that I could have employed, well, not all of them, but a large chunk of these people, because they interviewed so well. And I don't know what it is about tender management, bid management, but they all seem so passionate about what it is that they're writing about, and obviously putting forward by way of their reasons why to use their brand that they've represented previously as the appropriate choice. And it came across at interview, so you can imagine they're very impressive when it comes to submitting the tenders. Yeah. But I remember, it was the strongest cohort of candidates I'd ever had, and you got the job. What was it at the interview that made you want to go? Because you work for a very well-respected business in the play industry. I won't name them, but you work for a very well-respected business, one of the leading businesses. Why? What made you want to come here?
I don't think I've actually ever told you this, but when Joe called me, and she was very skirting around telling me the company that she was calling from, and she was saying things, and in my head I'm like, I'm recognising, I'm building a picture, and I think I know who she's talking about. And
did she say really handsome, bald CEO?
No, she was explaining it, and I just went, Joe, just a second, is he bald? And she...
Isn't that brilliant? You do all this hard work, and the first thing is he bald?
And she went, yeah, why? And I said, I follow him on LinkedIn, and I've watched all the videos. And she was laughing hysterically. She got off the phone and apparently said, everyone, you won't believe what she's just said to me. And I said, never, ever say that out loud, but I've told you now, so there's no holding back.
It's part of the brand.
Yeah, and it is part of the brand. It is the known brand.
Highly recognisable. Yeah.
And and the reason I said yes is because I had watched your videos, and I loved it, and I loved the way everyone was in the business, and it was because of these videos that you do that I was just like, God, that looks fun. It looks fun, and we work in the play industry, and it should be fun, and it should, you should want to go to work and enjoy it. And I think when you work for some companies, whether it's in the play company or play industry or not, there's an element of you've got to sit down and you've got to do your job. And even though it's bid management, it's part of sales. And to sell a product in terms of a tender document and writing about it, I think it's important to love where you work and love the product that you're selling. And you loved it too. And everybody that works here loves it and they enjoy working. And I was like, I want a piece of that.
That passion has to come through, especially when you're writing a reason why.
I've got to try and figure out innovative ways of selling the same piece of equipment over and over again. It's just dependent on what the customer wants it to be. So you've got to love it.
Yeah.
And I love it because I watch my kids play and I'm just like, I can see the benefit of it. I can see how they enjoy it. I can see why they want to keep going back to the same park over and over again. And being a part of creating that for another council is brilliant. And I love that idea of my job.
Yeah, it is quite infectious, the play industry, in terms of the good it does, and when you get involved, it's hard to leave, isn't it?
It is hard to leave. I can't imagine going anywhere else. And Jo, and she called me, she didn't immediately say it was a play company. She asked me if would I ever be willing to move industry, and I was like, oh. I said, if I really had to, you do what you have to do for your family, don't you, to earn money. But if I had the opportunity to stay in play, there's no question. There could be 100 things that I would be considering, but I'd always come back to it's what I love doing. And I think it's really important when you're working to love what you do because you want to do it. And then the hard days don't seem that hard, even though there's really hard days at the moment with building and everything and putting it all together. But there's nothing I would change.
It is hard, but the impact, the change we create, the positive outcomes that come from the product and the concept and the interventions that you're putting in place. How can you not get passionate about that? No. It's a fabulous industry to work in and a great product to promote and ultimately sell, isn't it?
There's a lot more that goes into play that people don't understand. There's the science behind it. And when you start understanding the science behind it and how it's developed for the growth of children and the cognitive and social aspect of it and everything a child gets out of it and the person they become because of these things that they do in the playground, parents don't even understand what they're doing by taking a child to a playground on the weekend, what they giving their child for that. Creating playgrounds that just push the children's boundaries. And I remember taking my kids to a playground and the massive coracord unit, and it stays in my mind all the time. And I was one of those moms, my first baby, she was my baby. And sending her into a playground and she wants to get up this coracord unit and I'm going, absolutely not. And I would stand and she'd get up a couple of ropes and I'd be like, no, come down again. I had my second child and she was zooming up there.
And you didn't care either.
And I didn't care because I knew the science behind a playground. And I was like, this has been designed and built so that she will not fall more than a metre before something catches her at any point. And she's not, at the very most, she's going to hurt herself minor because there's people there that specialise in the design of these things. And it was getting to know the science. And when you're writing a tender to try and get that across to somebody, I think it helps them realise how special that playground actually is. It's not just a playground, it's not just a design, it's not cheap and there's a lot that goes into it and there's a lot of people working behind it to create this experience for a child that for them it's like the most enjoyous day they can have. And for parents to sit there as well, you just go, I'm not enjoying myself, I want to go home, it's cold, it's raining. But when you realise what a child's getting out of it, it's just,
Well, it used to be considered nice to have, a playground, but it's not. It's a must-have. The benefits that come for a lot of children and young people, certainly in today's world. When you think about sensory regulation, the cognitive benefits, as well as the physical and mental health benefits that come through play, which is, in most cases, certainly for outdoor play, a free facility to access. Hopefully, it's reasonably close to your doorstep. It's a must-have. Not a nice to have.
It should be accessible to every child. I think we're getting a lot better. And the amount of playgrounds that we're seeing going in, it's important that our customers especially, I think they're starting to realise that the funding's there and they need to implement it and use it completely because of the benefits the community is getting out of it. And it's yeah, it's something I want to be involved in for the rest of my life. I want to do it because I see it. It's also the, you know, the inclusivity of it. And when you start seeing, that's when you really see a child enjoying a playground.
Absolutely.
Is when you go to a playground where there's a lot of children that's got a lot of accessibility and inclusivity, and you realise that how important a swing is for a child of that kind, a child that needs that sensory movement. And that's when you really appreciate something that you look at it differently.
Yeah.
It opens your eyes
Yeah.
to what a swing is. And you know, for a parent to sit there and push a child on a swing, unless they understand what that motion is doing and regulating that child's emotions, and it's the same as coddling your baby and walking around and like tapping it and you can't put it down because it doesn't want to sleep.
Yeah.
So it's these little things that I love knowing, because I think you've all got to know it. Everyone's got to know it, and then you really start appreciating the industry as a whole and what goes into it.
Totally agree, and it's very important now that families with children have something relatively local
Yes.
to where they live, because the amount of families that have to travel long distances to access such experiences that you've just perfectly put is quite shocking.
Yeah.
I think Barrett Redrow did a survey, and I can't remember the statistics exactly, but there was a huge percentage of families having to travel significant distances, I think up to an hour, to find those types of experiences for their children to access. So, you know,
it's free.
It's free. That's free, yeah, absolutely right. And it's a very important part of society, part of placemaking, part of housing developments now. And the way you've so eloquently put that, how do people say no?
Yeah.
How do people say? You can understand why she got the job now, can't you? She's been with me 3 months and look what she's saying. Our intensive,
It's pure passion.
It's the intensive induction programme.
I'm sold.
Couldn't she? And did she say she was going to be shy about going on camera?
Yes.
I am.
Would you believe that she's shy in any way, shape, or
It's just because I
form?
can't keep my mouth shut when it's stuck. Yeah.
Passionate.
Exactly. It's exactly what it is, and I love my job. I love my job, and I love the people I work for. It's a great company, and yeah, I was very shocked when I got it. Very, very shocked.
So now you've got the job.
Yeah.
And you've obviously said some wonderful things about what you do and why you do it. What's it like working with me?
It's a different day.
And I don't mind what you say. I can leave the room.
I was going to say, is there a clause? No. It's interesting, and not in a bad way. It's interesting because you're very open-minded and you've got no expectations. So you
No expectations.
Well, you've got the
I think I led you
financial
into a
side.
false sense.
Your expectations are, we're starting from nothing, let's see where we can go, which is it's nice to have that. There's not someone that's saying to me, I know what we're supposed to have by now.
Yeah.
And that is where the pressure sets in, is when you go, right, okay, so I've got to come in and I've got to do X, Y, Z. And instead what you've done is made me feel very comfortable in, you know what you're doing, go and do it, and let's see where it goes. And that's nice because it allows you to go, this isn't working, let's rethink this and move forward, or let's move forward and see what happens without the pressure of there being a consequence that I'm like, I've made a mistake and I've got to go back to Andrew and go, actually, we need to rework this a little bit. And yeah, so that's nice. It's nice being comfortable enough to come to you and say, I might need support on this, and to say this is not working, or even in other areas, because my department has loads of other departments filter into it. So there's working with other people that I don't have control of. Yeah. So having you there, and for me to say, I need the support to pull this in and to pull that in, and to have people understand why I'm asking this. It's refreshing. Well, and it makes it easier.
We've obviously brought you in. I've brought you in. To drive the strategy, to write the strategy, drive the strategy. And I think, as corny as this is, it always stuck with me what Richard Branson said, that you don't pay experts to come and do a job and tell them what to do. So, why would I do that? Yeah. And it's a true saying. And you have got the experience, you have got the passion, you have got the drive, and you are here to effectively write it, shape it, and execute it. Yep. So I'm not going to then sit and dictate terms in terms of what this needs to look like.
Unless it doesn't
You tell
work.
me. You tell me what it looks like, and
literally
let's
sit
agree
and
what
pray
outcomes
every
look
night,
like, which
yeah.
is where the expectations come in. I do have expectations, just to be clear. And
Oh, he
it's on
does.
camera.
Yeah, he does. He's put it in writing. I was sweating and agreeing to it at the same time. Yes, I can.
You
I can.
will sign to those outcomes.
I did have another question,
Yeah.
which was when you were a kid,
Oh, yeah.
what was your favourite part of the playground?
Oh my God.
I did actually, I thought about this. I didn't have to think long. And
Has he given you questions before?
yeah, he emailed me questions.
I never get questions before the camera's turned on.
No, I made sure he did. I asked him.
No,
Yeah,
that's
first
unfair.
timers, I like to help.
So no
the
wonder she
only
sounds
thing he
so
gave-
good.
no.
She's practiced.
No, it's the only way, right? It's
Wow.
the only thing he's actually given me that I asked for. Give me some direction of what's going to happen. But I asked for a lot more.
I think she's Keir Starmer. Can I have questions in advance, please?
I asked for lighting and filtering. I don't see my makeup team.
No, they got stuck in traffic.
Make sure you got loads of bleeps.
You've thought about this answer then. Your favourite part of the playground?
And no, I didn't have to think about this one.
Oh.
The rest of them, I was really like, but I didn't want to sound rehearse. So this is all it is genuinely from my heart. But
Don't believe anything you hear. It's all. I've just found out myself. It's all pre-rehearsed.
it's not. It's from my heart. And I am genuinely just this good, right? But this question, I didn't have to think about long because it is actually very special. I'll never forget it. I was young. I had an amazing grandpa. And I remember he used to pick me up all the time after school, and he always lived about half an hour away. And he would pick me up, and he had a bit of a routine when I went over. It was every Tuesday and Thursday. It was his days. And there was always something in the cubbyhole, glove box, whatever you guys call it. Yeah, I always say the wrong word. And he'd always go, oh, I don't have anything. And then I'd open it, and I'd be like, yes, he does. And I'd open up the glove box, and he'd always have a treat in there. And then we would go, before going home, we'd always go to a play park. It was called Paradise Play Park, which is very fitting. And it was an extremely old play park, old, like no health and safety involved in these play parks. And my favourite piece of equipment was a standalone metal slide that was gigantic, huge. And I would just be up and down and up and down and up and down the slide. And they had this monkey bars that was like snake-shaped. And this is where challenge comes from. And this is a huge thing that customers ask for, is they want a challenging playground because it challenges the child to grow and progress.
Yeah.
And it's through this that I genuinely believe in it. These monkey bars, I could not reach them. There was no way on earth I was getting from one side to the other. But I was determined until I got calluses and blisters on my hands that I was going to make it around this 3 meter long metal snake. Never. Never. I outgrew it so like I could reach the floor, and then no.
Where was this playground?
It was in South Africa.
South Africa.
Yeah.
In case you haven't noticed, she's got a South African accent.
Yeah. I did go back 2010, and I did go and find the playground, and a lot of the equipment was still there.
Jack, I think you need to go back with Melissa to South Africa, find the playground, and see if she can complete the jungle bars.
Yeah, but I can reach the ground. He's paying for it. Yeah.
South Africa,
If she completes it, I'll pay for it.
Oh, no.
If she doesn't complete it, then Melissa has to pay for it. There's the challenge.
I'm going to have to start earning more money.
Put the bottom of the camera out where I'm holding you.
Yeah. We'll swing it one way. I think that's a good idea,
Jungle
actually.
bars. No, good. I agree. I think that's good.
So the trip.
Yeah. The trip to South Africa?
Yeah.
Well, you've got to complete
He
the challenge.
said it on camera.
And I'm sending independent adjudicators. I don't trust you.
That'll cost you a lot of money.
I think it's going to cost him more and more the more he talks.
I went to know South Africa, so.
Yeah.
There we go. There's a reason now.
It's a lovely place.